1927 radios. Radio broadcast, October 1927. This is a Fried-Eismann electrically operated receiver, listing at $295. A Nutradyne circuit is used, and extraordinary selectivity is claimed by the manufacturers. An All-American Highboy. The receiver employs 6 tubes, and may be obtained either to use the new AC tubes or for ordinary tubes, batteries or power units being required in the latter case. Spartan Model 62. Everything, with the exception of the loudspeaker, is self-contained in this new electric receiver by Sparks Withington. No batteries are required. The price, $188. Buckingham. Here is a receiver which may be used with either batteries or power units. It employs 6 tubes, 3 of which are RF stages. The single-dial control system employed is a special Buckingham patent. The dial is illuminated and calibrated in both kilocycles and degrees. The case console. An enclosed loop, controlled from the front panel, obviates the necessity for an outdoor antenna. The receiver employs 9 tubes, and tuning is accomplished by means of a single dial. It is equipped with a Newcomb Hawley loudspeaker, which has an air column of 72 inches. LK Senior. Complete AC operation with every necessary piece of equipment built in, unified tuning control, true phonic audio amplification, total copper shielding, 6 tubes. Thus can this new LK receiver be described. The list price is $195. 6 McCullough AC tubes and 1 Raytheon BH rectifier are required as extras. The new Radiola 17. A receiver which makes use of the new AC tubes in the first 5 stages, and a 171 type tube in the final second audio stage. The receiver may therefore be supplied with A power from the house lighting circuit without the use of additional equipment. B and C batteries are also eliminated by the use of a suitable power device which is built in. Price $130. A new cone. The new 100A cone loudspeaker priced at $35. A custom-built radio receiver. The Radiola 32 combines the well-known RCA 8-tube superheterodyne and a baffleboard loudspeaker in a single cabinet. Since a loop, directionally variable, is built in this receiver, it may be used where facilities for outdoor antenna erection are not available, although binding posts are provided for antenna and ground if such are used. All current is obtained by plugging into the house lighting supply. The model is obtainable for either AC or DC operation. Price $895 complete. 6 tubes and single control. The new $69.50 Radiola 16. This receiver, like the 17, also employs 3 RF stages, detector, and 2 transformer-coupled audio stages, but the tubes are not of the AC type. The output audio tube is of the 112 type, as opposed to the 171 in the Radiola 17. Tuning is accomplished by means of a single control knob, but there are also a volume control knob and a filament switch. The Radiola 20. This is not a new season's model, but it has been carried over on account of its popularity. It is a 5-tube TRF receiver with neural dial tuning. Its price is $78, and it may readily be adapted for AC operation. Radiola 30A. The circuit employed in this new receiver is identically the same as that of the Radiola 36, i.e. an 8-tube superheterodyne, and it is operated from the light socket. The 30A retails for considerably less than the 32, however, its list price being $495 complete. The differentiating features of the less expensive model are: 1. The 100A cone is employed instead of the more powerful and more expensive baffleboard loudspeaker. And 2. No loop is supplied. Antenna and ground connections are provided, and for average reception, an ordinary indoor antenna will be satisfactory. A power cone reproducer. In addition to the cone loudspeaker, this Colster power assembly comprises a B power device to furnish the necessary voltages to operate any commercial receiver. It is operated from the 60-cycle 110-volt AC power supply. The price is $150 without tubes. 2 rectifier tubes, CX316B or UX216B, a regulator tube, and a power tube, CX310 or UX210, are necessary. Valleytone Model 52. A 5-tube receiver to suit the average pocket, its list price being $85, less accessories. Tuning is accomplished by means of 2 dials. A simple switching arrangement built into the set makes the use of a power tube optional. The Spinit, a 7-tube balanced receiver by Cullen B. Kennedy Incorporated. There are 4 RF stages, but just 1 tuning control. The finish is of 2-tone antique mahogany, and there is ample storage space for power accessories. Price $195. For the set constructor. Keeping apace with the commercial set manufacturer, the home constructor nowadays builds his receiver into a luxurious piece of furniture. This beautiful walnut cabinet has a sliding frame for a radio panel not larger than 8 3/8 inches by 21 inches, and 14 inches deep behind panel. The list price varies from $80 for the straight cabinet to $105 to include a peerless cone. It is a product of the Radio Master Corporation, Bay City, Michigan. The Minstrel. A successful antenna-operated receiver is this 7-tube single-control Apex set. The circuit employed is of the Technodyne variety, one that has become increasingly popular lately, and which makes use of a new form of neutralization. Less accessories, the Minstrel lists for $225. This is the Fonsteel Model 30 6-tube receiver. Its chassis is carefully shielded and equipped with flexible cable connections. Price $105. The Baby Grand by Radiola, Chicago, comes with either an 8-tube or 6-tube chassis, the former listing at $275 and the latter at $225. There are 2 knobs on each model, one for tuning and the second for volume control. Individual stage shielding adds to the general efficiency of the set. A special long air column loudspeaker is built in. Designed for a radio set. Here is another example of the cabinet maker's efforts to produce a radio cabinet which is in every respect equally as beautiful as the furniture surrounding it. The finish of this particular cabinet is in walnut and maple, and it is equipped with a Ferrand cone loudspeaker. It is designed to accommodate all standard makes of radio receivers, and is a product of the Musical Products Distributing Company, New York City. Price $95. An elliptical cone. The frame and base of this new Splitdorf cone is of rich antique walnut finish, deeply carved, the result being a loudspeaker which will enhance almost any setting. The elliptical shape of the cone makes possible deep, richly resonant tones, the short diameter of the ellipse favoring the high tones, and the long diameter sustaining the deep tones. A combination of design features enables the loudspeaker to handle great power. The list price is $35. 3 loudspeakers in disguise. The group of books in the first place is nothing less than a loudspeaker in concealment. A 40-inch serpentine tone chamber winds behind the embossed leather book bindings. This coral cabinet lists at $50, or $75 if the equestrienne bronzes are included. The lamp, too, in addition to serving its obvious purpose, hides an air column loudspeaker. Depending upon the finish, it lists at $35, $50, or $60. The carved picture frame to the left also conceals a loudspeaker, the tone chamber of which is a 30-inch serpentine winding. The hand-carved black walnut model lists at $35, but other models are less expensive, even as low as $20. Manufactured by Frank R. Porter, Washington, District of Columbia. Grebe 2020. The numerals denoting this model refer to the cone diameter and the fact that it is constructed at an angle of 20 degrees. Price $35. Algonquin. A full floating cone of a moisture-proof impregnated fabric. The Algonquin Electric Company retails this cone at $15. Baldwin. A special unit is responsible for the good tone of the Baldwin 99. This instrument sells for $28.50. Another Rolla art model. A large and effective baffle surface is responsible for excellent tone quality. Rolla manufactures less expensive models, from $28.50 up. The one illustrated is priced at $45. Utah. This $30 instrument is of 5-ply natural finished walnut. An innovation. An up-to-date post-war map of the world surrounds the Symphonic Globe loudspeaker, a $35 product of the Symphonic Sales Corporation. A 22-inch cone. The new Spartan loudspeaker, a product of the Sparks-Withington Company, retails at $30. In disguise. A cone loudspeaker in tip-table form, the Teletone Model 70. Price $40. The Mohawk Pyromonic. The pyramidal construction in the diaphragm is responsible for very excellent quality from this $25 instrument. The Adventurer. Another bas-relief pattern of the Tower Manufacturing Corporation. The ship is suitably and vividly colored. The price, $9.50. Another pedestal. The Baldwin loudspeaker illustrated elsewhere on this page is also obtainable in the attractive form shown here. Price $39.50.